Are we here? Or are you there?
Hello guys, good evening and we are back for another game number 3 para sa ating third series. Azure Ray up against BetBoom team. Open and pick for BetBoom will be getting more Morpling and then Tekis. Meanwhile, Azure Ray will be getting Pagna and then Enigma. So, interesting Enigma pick for the side of Azure Ray. Di natin sure kung ano ba magiging role nito.
Sobrang aga no? Pero ang aga kasi nito, pero, for BetBoom team, they can just pick heroes to counter it out, pero yun nga lang, Silencer is already banned out. It's one of the best counter against Enigma. Pero they can just go for another hero. Marami pa naman tayong pampigil on the Enigma. Maybe someone din na merong spell na tumatagos sa BKB.
So, I think yun yung magiging priority ban for Azure Ray. Yung pwedeng maging counter for Enigma. Silencer will be the, obviously, the ideal ban for Azure Ray. And then, Spirit Breaker nga. OD, na-remove na ng BetBoom dito. I mean, first time to see.
Ayaw na namin yan, boss.
Diba? Na parang meron mag-ban ng OD.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Si Odds, boss. Binaban out na si Odds.
Wala, ang ganda ng performance si Somnis kanina with the OD.
Ganun talaga dapat kasi yung OD, yung right click.
Yeah, tama. Tama na yung mga nagbi-meet your hammer. Kung may nagbi-meet your hammer dyan na OD mid, stop. Sayang yung lakas ni OD sa ganun eh.
Tagastan lang si OD, trip nyo.
No. Solid. May gagank sa'yo na OD. Lulubog ka, sabay hammer ka. Brain dead.
So, Batrider will be the next ban. Another hero ni FY.
Parang puro respect ba yung nakikita natin for BetBoom team. Meanwhile, Azure Ray, yung binaban natin na yung mga heroes na annoying on the Enigma.
Talagang mukhang core Enigma to, no? Since pinapalagay nila dito yung Enigma. So, possible Enigma up against Morpling yung mangyayari. Well, at least, diba? Hindi mo naman siya mapapressured heavily, pero madadelay mo yung kanyang farm dahil nga andun yung deny na usually nakukuha lagi ng Enigma pagdating sa lane stages.
Yeah, tsaka yung kasama kasi nung Enigma is Pagna. Decrepify, sabay deny. Wala, buruutin mo na lang talaga yung morphing on the lane.
Pangolier will be the move.
Pangolier Barnes, yeah. Swashbuckle na merong basher. Siguro yun yung thought din for Azure Ray.
5 seconds.
So how about BetBoom? I mean, we're still waiting for their next hero na mari-remove. So far, talagang puro respect lang naman yung nakita natin dito sa kanilang second phase bannings. Snapfire will be the other one. And Clockwork. So ito yung magiging answer nila for Enigma. Hookshot.
Spell piercing. Yung binaban natin. So for Azure Ray, we're just looking for the third pick. Maybe someone na nag-benefit ito sa Pagna na merong life 3. Someone to give your mana. Pero yun nga lang, no? Wala tayong storm. Sila yung nagtagal yung storm actually. Even though they have the opening pick, Pagna. So for Azure Ray, maybe something to deal with the Morphling.
Let's see. So consecutive picks to eh. Tiny is back.
He's back, boss.
Ano? I mean, hindi ko magets yung idea of grabbing Tiny in this game.
Maybe initiation, since hindi naman yun yung... Yeah, parang yun lang. Kasi Enigma, parang hindi ka naman mag-initiate, usually.
5 seconds.
Alright.
Parang hindi na kasi priority din yung Blink Dagger sa Enigma eh. Parang gusto mo yung mga aura items. Something na pwede magpatagal sa'yo sa teamfight. So, Tiny, at least you have this initiate from Azure Ray. That's one way to surprise the Morphing as well with the Blink Dagger. Had to disable and Azure Ray. Ano ba bang staging na okay against Morphling? Parang PL na lang nakikita ko very annoying on this hero.
Well, Bloodseeker will be picked by Azure Ray.
Early timings ba? Hinahabol nila.
Talaga yung na-expect ko. At least andun yung Rapture toss play.
Yeah, and they have a lot of ways to deal with the tower. You have the Enigma, you have the Nether Blast from the Pagna. So for BetBoom, maybe they need something to defend their towers.
5 seconds.
Maybe someone na pwede mag-slow down on farm. Pero against Bloodseeker, usually, di ba, parang kukuha ka na ng Spirit Hero for BetBoom team.
It is Radiant's ban.
But they'll go for Broodmother on the 4th pick. So, Broodmother offlane yung mangyayari for BetBoom. And maganda ba yung Brood this game?
Interesting. I mean, they have Build Seeker. So, ito naman usually nakikita nating typical answer up against Brood usually. Capture mo lang yung Brood Mother, di ba? Medyo may hirapan na. For the lane stages, siguro yun yung nakikita ng BetBoom na pwede lang i-take advantage. Malakas naman sila sa lane. They have Techies and Brood, so it might pay off. Pero I'm not sure pag ganun sa scaling, and di ko rin sure kung paano yung magiging approach for the Brood. Kung transition ba siya into right build kasi more pling na yung kasama niya, di ba?
Parang aura items na lang yata pagka ganito kasi meron ka ng farming saving hero. So I think much better yata if kukuha na ng aura items. Parang kailangan mo kasi ng pipe this game. I mean, like, looking at 4 heroes of Azure, they have a lot of magic damage.
10 seconds.
So pipe might be good. So for both sides, we're looking for their mid hero. So Dragon Knight remove. Still have, wala na Spirit Heroes no? Yun lang talaga yung magandang answer against Bloodseeker. It's gonna be the Queen of Pain ban for Azuri and for BetBoom. Ano pa bang available hero? We still have Windranger. But it's gonna be the Primal Beast last ban. And for Azuri, pwede silang kumuha ng Windranger. Though, pangat din pala, no? Kasi meron palang Morphling. Hirap kumuha ng Universal Hero talaga. Ang bilis umubos ng stats. So they'll just go for Puck instead. They have a lot of catch on this Morphling. You have the Silence, you have the Stun, you have the call to control the Broodmother. Parang ayun yung missing kanina for Azure. Yung control on the Brood. So with the call, pwede mo siyang pigilan with his free patting.
And then, limited din yung disable dito for BetBoom in order to catch this Puck. Like, kapag ginamit mo yung hookshot for Puck kill, free game na for Enigma, di ba? Parang meron siyang black hole. And at BetBoom team, they're grabbing Templar Assassin. Like, this is too greedy for me.
Yeah, parang TA and Morphling sa isang team. Like, these
Sama
two
mo na
heroes
Broodmother.
need a lot of farm. Broodmother na nag-i-stay lang on the lane. Parang lilipat ka lang naman na lane if gusto mong kumuha ng tower on the other side.
Just knowing resolution, alam mo yung magiging approach niya for Brood no? Talagang magke-carry build sa Broodmother And medyo worried ako. Like, paano daw huliin yung Puck? Maybe early shard upgrade for GPK since mid lane hero naman siya for the TA. Maybe get early blink, yung mga ganun, para lang magkaroon sila ng space creator for BetBoom team. Kasi so far, kung mag-greedy din dito si GPK, like in Dragonlance Desolator approach, walang gagalaw for BetBoom. Ang hirap.
Yeah, parang they're just hoping na pwedeng umabot ng late game. Pero for Azuri kasi, ang lakas na pumasok ng towers. You even have Bloodseeker na hindi naman ganun ka-late yung timing compared to Morphling. Parang pwede ka agad sumama ng teamfight for Azuri, just looking at their hero. So, BetBoom team, not sure anong gagawin nila this game.
Hirap. I mean, tinitignan ko pa nga lang, siguro one chance for BetBoom is yung sa lane stage kapag nag-dominate sila. Since makikita naman yung hero sila, like, pwede naman, di ba? Like, Brood, TA, there are times na magkakaroon tayo ng early advantage. So, possible yon para lang namamang yung BetBoom. The other one is maybe hoping for late game. Pero problem pa rin talaga yung black hole.
Pero as long as nakakuha ka naman ng magandang position, siguro on the clockwork, hindi mo pa problemahin yung black hole.
Talagang sobrang crucial dito.
Pero yung problema for BetBoom, hindi ka pwede mag-initiate nga lang with a hookshot kung ganun yung gusto mong mangyari.
Yeah, parang muliin yung Puck, di ba? Parang, ang hirap no? Tignan na lang natin siguro. Sight of Vice might be needed, especially for Brood. Yan, baka siya yung mag-Sight of Vice dito.
Parang raw damage lang yung gagawin ng no? Ng BetBoom to deal with the Puck. Siguro early shard for GPK. Para lang at least meron silang silence.
Well, game 3 natin.
So for GPK, parang kailangan niya talaga manalo sa mid against Puck.
Kailangan talaga. I mean, ang sense ng pag-TA nila dito. So, meron agad siyang Psyblade. Para GPK,
Agad-agad?
range hero naman yung katapat niya.
None on this stage shrink from the fight.
Well, Tiny is down to half HP. FY dito is in big trouble. Hindi naman siya mamamatay. And for the bounty runs, how many bounties was it? Nakuha ni Somnus eh. Yung dapat
So,
kukunin ng BetBoom eh.
3-1 ata. Meron pa tayo na unit sa top niya. So, 3-1 in favor of Azure.
So, medyo naisahan sila ni Somnus dun. Nice deny for the puck. Basta medyo masakit na yung damage. Oh, Nightfall! Full fall.
What?
Pinalo ng 3 grab, boss. Nasaktan.
Yun na yun, boss.
Yes na yun eh.
Yun na yun, boss.
Parang weird ng pagkapatay ni Nightfall, no?
Okay na yun. Pero once na yun mangyayari. Parang kanina, di ba? Rocket flare.
Ay, gusto ko. Katiwala lang. Sa best lang mangyayari yan. Resolution, on the other hand, will be taken out by Lou. So, 2-0 na. Ito siguro, hindi lang once. So, for the top lane, yeah, range creep. Secured pa rin naman. FY dito. He's level 2. Wala pa naman siya nilalagay na skill point dito. 3 grab pa rin naman. So, depende na lang siguro sa situation kung ano yung mas kailangan. Kung avalanche ba or maybe toss. But I think ginamit niya na yung toss. Which is Toronto Tokyo in big trouble. A couple of right clicks needed. Aabot pa si FY and there we have it. 3-0 tayo, bossing.
Yeah, 2 minutes into the game. Aray ko.
Aray ko.
Umaray agad. Dito pa umaray, no? Pero sa panda pa talaga ako aaray.
Pinapractice lang. Pinapractice lang.
Yeah,
para mamaya ready na umaray.
For this game, it's all about the puck. For Azure, parang wala akong masyadong na-expect on the Bloodseeker since you're up against Ian Morphling. Para sini-ignore yung Rapture.
Sorry, Orb. Hindi ko sure kung bakit, pero mukhang kukunin niya lang yung bounty run. Pang refill ng battle. And as for GPK, alagaan lang naman niya yung creep wave dito sa may high ground.
A prize.
Worth ba yung mga ganun play?
Ang layo eh, no?
Ang layo
Hindi ko
eh.
rin sure. Pero, parang okay lang din yata kasi si GPK, parang may clear out mo rin naman agad yung creep wave. Parang may maaabutan ka pa din.
Actually, di nga niya clear out yung creep wave agad. So may na-miss out pa rin si Somnus. Well, anyway, at least, di ba? I mean, nakabalik pa rin naman si Somnus dito. Wala namang problem in terms of HP pull. And makapag-refill pa rin naman siya ng bottle thanks to the water run. And that's gonna be save in trouble. Sticky bomb connects. Blast off for the follow-up. So mamatay naman dito yung Pugna. And that was solo XP given para kay Resolution.
Yeah, so 4-1, medyo nakabawi naman dito yung bedroom. Pero Toronto Tokyo, we had to toss right clicks from the Eidolons. But it's not much. Makunat pa rin naman si Toronto Tokyo.
So 4 minutes sa game natin. And 1k lead for Azure. Not bad. Especially for Enigma. I mean, at least, diba, nagpe-pay off yung early pick Enigma nila dito. 30 last hits. Pero nagpe-pay off din naman yung Temper Assassin. Like, 13 denies up against Puck. So, medyo palugi.
Kawawa talaga si Puck. Wala kasi pantanggal nung refraction. That's a problem for this hero.
So, Puck na.
Yung ginagawa ni Bob, kapag Puck siya, can CA, nag-earn siya.
Okay.
Yun yung napapansin ko. Pero GPK, Nether Blast, not gonna be enough to take him out. So GPK with the right clicks. Ang kulit mo, boy. So Somnus, walk trip ulit for the bounty. Wala, hindi naman ang pinuntahan niya. Pero it's something he can do against this TA.
Yeah, tamang deny lang naman si GPK dito. And actually, ano ba yung binila niyang item? Maybe deliver naman na siya ng pang-sustain. Clockwork will be rotating on mid lane. Same goes with the Tekis. Yeah, ito na. Trying to pressure Somnus for the power rune exchange. Clockwork is ready. Who will be the one to claim it?
Wala siya makukuha.
Oh, yun lang. Haze rune. Napunta pa nga kay GPK. So, nakapag-refill pa rin naman siya ng bottle dito. Haze rune na tinakbo mo lang papuntang base para lamang pag-refill ka.
Pero for the team, hindi ba may kailangan mag-regen? Kailangan mo lang talaga mana for refraction. So for GPK, pwede i-clear out nyo na lang siguro yung middle lane. Just farm the neutrals.
Speaking
Parang
of
okay
mana,
naman na yung pressure na nagawa niya
ito na rin eh. I mean, back to full HP naman sa GPK. Then meron siyang
Napahirapan
clarity. So pwede siya mag-jungle if he wants to. Na-clear out naman niya yung wave. Bottom lane action, resolution dito, insatiable hanger. Unfortunately, wala naman siyang aabutan. Seven minute for the Wisdom Rune. Well, Avalanche successful naman. Malefice does connect and do finds the round of Tokyo, and that's gonna be enough for them to kill him. So parang nagkaroon pa ng freebies yung BetBoom dun.
Yung BetBoom?
Ay, yung BetBoom tuloy, sorry, yung ano pala.
Yeah.
Azure.
Parang napaisip ako kasi lutang na din ako. Tapos naisip, BetBoom. Pero si Toronto Tokyo yung patay. Aray. Aray ko. Tama na. When we call on to GPK, we have the break from FY. But they have the damage. Chalice is there and GPK doesn't have the refraction yet. So a good rotation on the supports. Medyo nakabawi dun si Somnus.
TA down. Medyo malaki-laking gold yung nakuha nila dun. So, stacks will be provided pa rin naman para sa Templar Assassin. Dito naman siya yung mas lalong mag-i-increase yung kanyang net worth. If ever na makakontest to ng Azure, then that's good news. So, Lu?
Rapture.
Yeah,
Ganyan lang
use.
yun, Rapture. Akit ka lang. Hindi ka naabot, boss. But they have the vision with the blood right and that orb. Resolution. Yeah, fine. Or actually, lifesteal. Naku po, boss. Again, may creeps. Lifesteal. Trying to run, but you have the orb from Somnus. So resolution will still fall, pero that's a lot of time. For Azure to take him out, so medyo may space naman tayo dun for battle. Medyo lang naman.
Medyo. For the TA,
Medyo.
for sure. Kasi sa Morphling dito, napapressure pa rin naman siya sa may top lane. Yeah, hitting the jungles na lang para sa Morphling. Meron naman na siya Morbid Mass, so doable naman na to. Actually, dinadrag out na lang yung creep wave. FY with a quick avalanche toss, and nakapag-activate shift naman si Nightfall. So he's safe. Pero yung top tower dito, going for Vessel para kay Chalice. Smart move to deal with Morphling. So I think okay naman yan. Network tayo. Sitting on top is yung Enigma.
Yeah, followed by Lu. Lu is back. Lul?
Poglu.
Pog. Pero Vessel is finally up for Chalice to answer niya for the refraction, for the healing na meron dito yung Morph and Fruit Mother. So, tower will be taken out by Chalice. That's one thing for sure. Since BetBoom wala. Sino kaya mag-defend? Yan siguro yung pang sa draft nila. And good thing naman for BetBoom team, knowing nag-read naman yung carry mo. It's morphing and TA. 5 would be the first item for resolution.
So bottom lane, defend pa rin naman ng Azure up until now. Kaya naman ng Bloodseeker. For GPK, start to grab the ancient stacks and actually is going for Dragonlance.
Dragonlance?
So ang greedy na ito pag ganito.
Walang gagalaw. Oh, alright. Alright, just farm.
Farm mode. Well, compared to heroes ng Azure, at least mas mabilis naman mag-farm, di ba? Yung heroes ng BetBoom dito. Well, kung may kipag-farm man yung Azure,
yung BetBoom kasi wala lang naman silang answer on the back. Pero onto any other heroes, they have the catch, they have the damage. So, they just ignore the back half.
Dreamcoil?
Pero they just on the Santa 2. Black Hole?
Hindi naman ito kami ni Chalice dito. Yep, tinatansya lang naman nila. Pero on the back lines, we have Toronto Tokyo will be able to catch Chalice in time with the life lane. Not gonna be enough to keep him alive. Chalice dead. Double damage para kay GPK. They need to be careful. Disengage lang muna for Azure. Medyo masakit yan, bossing. More playing well. Free farm pa rin naman siya sa nangyayari dahil nga na-force out dito yung heroes for Azure. So, yun yung space.
Yan, doon na space idol.
Well, another blast will do the work. Avalanche connects onto 2. Save. Blast off. But a quick silence from Somnus will be able to interrupt this. Cogs has been dropped by Toronto Tokyo. They have the Rupture over to GPK. Will be ready to escape. Wala silang Dreamcoil. Na GPK dito. Can be safe for now. Pero yung clockwork natin dito, yung inabot ng Azul Bay. 1K lead. 8-3 yung score. Looking good still for Azure. Pero nabasag na resolution yung bottom tower. Tamang gain lang naman na map control. And dito na tayo for Enigma. His next item will be Blink Dagger. So, do you think ito yung tamang approach? Got the early Blink?
Blink? Parang
I'll take that.
might be. Pero yung hookshot kasi parang kailangan siguro. Pag nawala yung clockwork, pwede.
Antayan lang.
Pero pag hindi, parang ang hirap yan. Parang before starting for Azure, kailangan wala mo na yung clockwork. Kasi yun lang talaga yung problema nila eh. Yung hookshot lang. Hindi man yata pwede yung blast up, diba? Siguro kung sa likod ng Enigma, pwede.
So, tamang positioning lang naman. So, pwede mag-interrupt. For now, madami pa naman sila pang interrupt. Like, even yung Dative Strike, diba? Pwede ma-interrupt yung Black Hole dito. So, hindi pa naman siya yung ganun ka-valuable na Blink. Well, pwede mo naman gamitin Blink Malefice. Kahit ganun lang. Hindi naman laging kailangan Black Hole yung susunod sa Blink Dagger mo eh. Uy, shoutout nga pala kay Richard Nisperas. Yan. Good evening, boss. Welcome sa ating stream. 13 minutes. And the 8-3 score. 1K lead for Azure.
Well, for this game, again, set pa rin ba to for the Morphling?
Morphling? Yeah. I mean, doable pa rin naman yung Ags. Hindi na siya yung sobrang laki ng value na kukuha mo kasi hindi naman more on stats yung kinukuha ng Bloodseeker. Pero okay lang naman mag-Ags sa kilo to. Kasi isa rin sa inahabol mo usually is yung attack speed.
On the hunt for radiant forces.
Wala about Mantis Caddy. Just to deal with the Bloodseeker. Di ba siya mas better?
Ganun sure.
Well, let's see. GPK, they have the call.
Blast off.
By GPK.
Nice
Blink out.
Dropping Bloodseeker inside. Meld Strike. Toronto Tokyo dito. Still alive. But not the techies. It definitely will fall with a toss play from FY. Toronto Tokyo will be taken out of the free throw. But a much bigger kill na nakuha dito. That's Spock dead. Their middle lane hero. And for Resolution, we'll be joining on the back end with the Black Hole from Chalice holding out the Morphling who's shifting into Strength already. There's no way for them to finish him off. So he's alive. Safe and sound. Chalice dito with the next one to fall. A beautiful win for the side of BetBoom. Looking for Lu, pero medyo malayo na yan. But ito much better itong ginawa ni GPK, diba? Instead of getting Desolator, he went for early Blink. So casual stats lang, attack range na rin for Dragonlance, then Blink Dagger afterwards. Boss 1 ng Azure Ray, si Lu. Yung Bloodseeker.
Saan galing na team si Lu? Parang unknown to sa akin eh, no? Na-cover mo, ikaw pala yung Chinese boy eh, no?
Hindi ko rin alam. Basta siya galing at...
Lu. Tignan natin si Lu. Galing siyang YBB. YBB. Uy, kinakas mo to lagi, di ba? Yung YBB. Extreme. Extreme siya dati. Uy! Hindi oh. Uy! Pasta ko dyan, boss.
Well, hook shot. They do found Somnus, pero wala naman tayong magiging follow-up. Maybe for FY, that's 2 supports down already for the side of Azure Ray.
Extreme siya dati, boss. Kasama niya si Paparazzi.
Alright.
Good information. Nangaling na lang
yun. Si Somnus?
What? Nagtitingin ako saan galing din si Lu eh.
Hindi, may shard kasi yung TA. Hindi niya alam na may shard na yung TA. 15 minutes, di ba? Like 15 minutes, may shard agad yung TA. Talagang pinarority niya yung shard. And that's one way for you to catch Pac, di ba? Silent. Yeah, maybe Somnus not expecting that. And 1k lead for BetBoom.
For BetBoom, parang pwede naman sila mag-Roshan eh, no? Even though you don't have the solution on the TA, I think they still have enough damage.
Melt strike pa rin naman.
Andiyan naman yung Broodmother and Morphling. They're just trying to gain this control on this triangle but still have the ward here for Azure.
Radiant should look to their top tower.
So a 5-man smoke play for Azure.
Radiant's top tower is
Enigma, Blink Dagger is available. Wala nga lang charge ng Spirit Vessel. So wala silang counter over to Nightfall. Picking up, they have the Avalanche to start the fight this time. With a quick silence, takes out the Morphling. The hook shot for the follow-up. Don the Tokidito will be looking for the trade-off. And that's going to be Bloodseeker down for 40. Dreamcoat connects on the two heroes. It is Holy Orb. One minute to finish up the Techist. They have the Eidolons. Will be cleared out by the Temporary Assassin. And now for Resolutions, looking for another support hero. Should be Pugna. Avalanche toss takes out Save. And as for the Pugna right here, they have the trap for the slow silence as well. Rocket Flare to provide the vision for the set of BetBoom team.
That's two heroes dead for BetBoom.
Engage na lang muna.
You don't have Black Hole yet for Chalice, so yeah. Parang chill muna saglit for Azure.
Available na, diba? Yeah, 4 seconds. Yeah. Will be up.
So, pwede na i-contest si Roche if they want, pero nga lang FY. You managed to find Toronto, Tokyo.
Yeah.
Have the silence and the vessel. And sustain on to FY.
Nice decrep. Mel strike. Ooh, nag-miss. High ground, missed chance. GPK now in trouble. They got the rapture off, and GPK Tito will man up, but he'll fall. Blast off not gonna be enough to keep him alive. They managed to take out FY afterwards, but a safe Tito might be next. Lu, together with Somnus, will be able to take out the Techies. So that's 3 down for the set of BetBoom.
Even without Black Hole, basta initiation lang for FY. And for BetBoom, kasi yung naging problema, wala silang pang-huli sa heroes ng Azure. Parang mano-mano right-clicks talaga for the Temple Assassin and for the Broodmother. So parang ang dami pa na kailangan na items, you still need your Hex on the Broodmother just to get that extra disable. So parang yung nangyari for BetBoom is yung nangyari sa Shopify. Doon nagkulang yung draft nila ngayon.
Well, Azure Ray, yung pot na dito. Gusto lang naman mag-twin skate.
Damot.
Damat mo naman, boss.
Dadaan lang na burst pa.
So, Resolution, tamang invade lang naman ng jungles dito sa side ng Azure Ray. At least kahit nagka-farm lang siya, may nako-contest pa rin naman siya sa resources ng Azure Ray. So, going for Ags for the second item para sa Morphling. Tignan natin.
Just get that extra stats.
Attack speed na rin. Pwede nga rin mag-tiny, di ba? Like avalanche toss.
But I think the Isolator is finally up for GPK. So mabilis pa rin naman yung timing niya on the items and actually BetBoom team they're leading in terms of net worth the 3 core heroes. So with the Desolator, mas lalo may speed up yung Russian 3. So malapit na mag daytime rather.
20 minutes and looks like
so, andiyan naman yung ward nila.
Ito na, smoke play na agad para sa Azure. O magkakaroon tayo ng engagement for Roshan. BetBoom team, they are prepared. I mean, ready to break this. FY will be the one to initiate first over to Toronto Tokyo. That's a quick avalanche toss, but not enough damage to bring him down. They have the pipe for the Blood Mother, and Bloodseeker will be aiming down the spawn spider links first, but the black hole not going to catch anybody, and now they have the Dinkle connects out the 3, a beautiful one, but where's the follow-up? There won't be. Tansyahan pa rin naman for BetBoom. So the blast up to start the fight for them. Lou pops his BKB, life in to keep him alive, and morphs into the tiny para kay Nightfall. Takes out the Bloodseeker with the avalanche connecting over to FY. That's 2 down for the side of Azure. And looking for the next one. Mukhang malayo naman na dito yung heroes for Azure, and that should do it. BetBoom. Nice team fight overall. 4K lead already, and going for Roshan.
Yeah, and 28 seconds without a Bloodseeker. Easy Roshan to for BetBoom.
Roshan.
Mabilis ang Roshan lang. Double melt strike for GPK.
Alright.
Alright. If that's what you want.
Aegis, eto na. Resolution, okay, nag-utility build naman siya for Blood Mother. So ito yung na-expect natin, diba? Side of Vines, kailangan talaga dito. Sa game na to. So second item, Side of Vines for the Brood. Why not? Extra control. Extra catch. Up against Puck.
Regeneration.
The 4K lead for BetBoom. And going for Milner para sa Bloodseeker. Attack speed. Which is kakailanganin din talaga niya. Lalo na kapag meron na tayong Aghanim Scepter para sa Morphling. 1K gold away na lang and Ags will be up. Then pa level 15 na rin naman na yung Morphling dito. So tamang-tama lang naman yung timing. Level 18 yung pinaka-the best kapag max out na yung ultimate ng Morphling dito. What do you think? I mean, for TA, like, kung mababa tayo ng late game, kukunin mo ba yung
Bash?
Bash sa Melt Strike? Para lang may counter ka sa Enigma, di ba?
Kaya parang bash na lang. Pero iniisip ko yung late game, parang feel ko ang scary nito for BetBoom. Like, you have coil for the Puck, especially pag mababa na tayo ng level 25 talent. Yung tumatagos sa BKB. And once na makoil mo kasi yung heroes ng BetBoom, parang ayun na yung setup na hinihintay nung Enigma for the Black Hole. Let's just say we have the cancel with the hook shot, pero once na makuha mo yung timing with BKB refresher on the Enigma, feeling ko yun yung moment ng Azure to fight the heroes of BetBoom team.
Yeah. Still, opening pa rin ng Black Hole yung na-expect natin. Kung magkakaroon tayo ng magandang Black Hole, di ba? Sight of
Parang for
Vice.
this, ano ba ang sisimulan mo? Coil muna or Black Hole? Feeling ko coil muna yata. Feeling ko si Somnus yata dapat yung mag-start for Azure. Not Somnus, might be FY.
Ako feeling ko Somnus sa backline. Like, interrupt na lang dito. Like, yung mga support heroes. Yun yung nakikita ko. Kasi usually, yung Black Hole mo naman na dito, it's either Morphling or TA. Kahit 2-man Black Hole lang, sobrang ganda na yan.
Well, Somnus is only level 14. He's gonna go for E-Blade ba to? Since he has Ghost Scepter. Will Gratify onto the Pagna. So try to go for a TP out and yung blast off.
Di umabot.
Not gonna make it, pero
Ito,
yun lang.
inabot.
Yung aabutan naman dito is si Lu. Much bigger kill.
Toronto Tokyo with a big fish. Huli din yung Bloodseeker. Milner available for blood. Now there goes the Psyblade. Midnight Pulse, GPK, the Black Hole connects onto two. Both of them. And that's Aegis down. Hookshot will be able to interrupt this, but it was too late. Pero namatay pa rin naman yung Enigma, and GPK is still alive since that was Aegis for the TA. Now, knowing without Black Hole dito yung Azure Ray, maybe it's time for them to push. Kahit tier 2 tower lang, di ba?
Yeah, bilis naman ito for BetBoom. You have the Azure and the TA. So, parang hindi naman scary yung Enigma since ang tagal ng downtime ng Black Hole.
Sobra. Side of Vice. Starting to fight. Nice decrep. Even the E-Blade will help out. Now they had the blast off. This time aiming down the Pugna first. Pugna goes down. Nightfall gets the kill. Wala pa naman sila nullifier dito, which is the next item choice for the Temporal Assassin. So dahil dito parang pumangit bigla yung E-Blade. Pick up ng puck, di ba? Nagkaroon tayo bigla ng nullifier for BetBoom team. Sobrang sulit.
Parang sino na lang yung E-Blade ngayon. Yung kalaban na lang siguro. Kaso once na may hit ng TA yung level 20, you had to dispel. Singles for the Morphling, you have the Manta style. Parang sayang yung slot for the E-Blade.
Well, hold on. Coil, toss. Nakita the break this, yun lang. Pero mukhang enough pa rin naman yung damage na deal with Resolution. But there goes Sustain, giving him good recape. Insatiable Hanger, Resolution to survive. And now, Fernando Tokyo is looking for his possible target. Life Drain, Decrep, over to the clock. We can even have the Avalanche for the X damage needed. Fernando Tokyo will be taken out right now. And Nightfall, looking for a target on his own. Pero Weaverm out na lang muna para sa Morphling. There goes Resolution together with GPK with the blast off onto Bach. Somnus still alive. Lou gonna pop his BKB, trying to take out GPK. Tiny goes down, quickly buyback for the Tiny. Two supports down already for the side of BetBoom. Now the Bloodseeker is running so fast right now. Everybody's low. Resolution will be taken out. Going for the next target. GPK. Meld. Blinks out.
Uy, dalawa.
Ba't dalawa yung Blood Ray?
Bakit dalawa yun?
Sa Morphling ata yung isa? Yeah, feeling ko sa Morphling. Naka-open yata yung ano.
Kasi no, parang sabay nilang ginamit.
Oo.
Pero usually 5-1 for Azure actually. Parang ito na yung naging problema for Ben. Ang hirap magkabol against the heroes of Azure. So everybody is falling low. Blue, he has an extra movement speed. Parang nakakasabay lang sila sa ganun ng BetBoom. So down to 3k instantly for BetBoom. Medyo nalalaban pa dito yung Azure. So what's gonna be the plan for Azure? The time to go for the tier 2 tower. Roshan is still down pa rin naman for 1 minute and 10 seconds. So we're not sure gaano katagal bago mabuhay yung Rosh.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So 3k lead na lang yung hawak dito ng BetBoom. And as for Somnus, is going for Shiva's Guard para sa kanyang next item. Going for Aghanim's pa rin naman dito yung Bloodseeker. Well, not a bad choice. At this meron pa rin siyang makukuhang barrier. Extra damage na rin yan.
May DPS ba yun?
Ang pagkakalam ko.
Meron, di ba? But anyway, it's gonna be Toronto, Tokyo. Yeah, the toss, and that's gonna be the pick off down to 1k for BetBoom. So, biglang nawala yung 8k gold na meron yung BetBoom kanina. So, medyo nakakahabol naman na dito yung Azure. And for the Enigma, already has the BKB. He's gonna go for Hex. Parang inisip yata, parang it's time for refresher. Para at least, diba, pag nag-fail yung isang black hole, you still have another one. Andun naman yung cash potential for Azure, having the Tiny.
So here we go. 1K na lang yung kalamangan ng BetBoom dito. Nakabawi na talaga yung Azure Ray, di ba?
Pero siguro yung Roshan.
Ano ba tayo 3K?
Ewan ko din eh.
There's ano, shard.
Tormentor.
Oo, yung Tormentor. So parang mga 1.5 siguro yung advantage na. 1.5 ka na. Kaya biglang nag 3K nang nakakuha ng short. Alright.
Alright, 30 seconds for Roche. Wala na lobat na, boss.
5 and smoke play for Azure Ray.
Roshan, 15 seconds. We have the smoke play for both sides. This is gonna be huge for BetBoom, no? In case na makuha nila to, pwede sila makitang high. Kasi ang best na tumulak na towers. So, Azure Ray, they need to win this team fight. We have the smoke play for both sides. So, vision lang yung kailangan dito.
Spawn spider links. Just scouting the areas. Well, I think they have an idea na andito yung Azure Ray since naspara naman yung Eidolons.
Yeah, actually wala na sila smoke.
Yep. Now this time it's gonna be BetBoom smoking off. 5 and smoke play for BetBoom. Can they find a way to strike back? I mean, they have the vision on the cliff. Looking for someone to show themselves first. That's gonna be Lou spotted, pero daytime do. Medyo mahirap. They need to hide in the trees. And Bagna, hello sir. I mean, may idea naman na dito yung Azure Ray that it is warded. Eidolons. Yeah, kailangan na ng vision. Illusory Orb will be used. Takes out the ward. And that should do it. So Roshan is available. GPK,
so GPK is just waiting.
Center ward has been placed, but FY with a quick jump over to the techies. Can he survive? The active taser was used, so andun yung disarm over to the Bloodseeker. You don't want to commit your BKB just for a techie skill. Save, will manage, and do escape. Nightfall morphing into the Bloodseeker to get the Axe upgrade. So, andun naman yung counter ni Nightfall.
But they have the vision and save is way too low, so that's not a movement speed for Lou.
Medyo masakit. Teka lang, proximity mines.
Aray po. May masama tayo memory dyan sa proximity mines, boss.
Well, at least, diba, nandun naman sa teammate ni Morphling, yung techies.
Yep.
Si Morphling lagi yung victim ng proximity mines. Well, Avalanche with a quick side of Vice from Resolution. Nice reaction play. And FY will be entrusted with this combination. They even dropped the Doomstone for this. Black hole available demand, but not going to be able to drop this. Beacon is popping the Black hole, finally connects it, but they have the hook shot. Perfect time for Dota to interrupt this. And now for the Bloodseeker, he needs to back up. He's dropping low, been taken out by the temporary assassin. The damage is too much. He'll bot back. Blast up, won't connect. Para kay save. Nice spaceship dodge. And over to the sideline. That's Spagna dead. Multiple buybacks used. Same goes with save. And they're trying to disengage. 4-step out para sa ating temporary assassin. Toronto Tokadito is going to be in front with the cogs to try and isolate this heroes for the side of his teammates. And now, inabot pa nga dito sa side of Vice. And they work! But the E-Blade save. Zone to Chalice. He'll live. And now for Buck, he's doing his best over to Nightfall. Medyo mahirap nga lang. Morph has been used once again para kay Lou.
Pero that's a lot of buybacks committed and still wala pa naman naging Roshan play. Pero ito na yung 5-man ulit for Azure Ray. We don't have the Black Hole.
Yeah. Ayun yung pinakamaganda dito. And for Morphling, siguro problematic lang is low HP, low mana pool para sa Morphling. But they will try and start the fight with the side of Vice, pero andun si Softness. Interrupting him with the Shiva's Guard, the slows. BetBoom. They won't be able to keep up, so disengage lang muna dito.
Uy.
Fix. Ano yun, nag-bug na ba siya?
Oo.
The Matrix na.
Beta game, brother.
Yep. Dota still in beta.
35 minutes. Actually, 34. Pero wala naman in terms of net worth. Still, 5 months away for BetBoom. Pero 3 buybacks yung kinabit nila kanina. And 2 for Azure. BetBoom will go inside the pit. Black hole will be up in 50 seconds. Ano pa na ito? Diba waiting for the night time?
Avalanche toss? Swift sacrifice once again over to FY. They have the nullifier, so they won't be able to save with the force lapses, and the grab trying to keep him alive with life ain't not going to be enough. But same goes with Toronto. He's been taken out by the Bolt Seeker, who's running away from the fight. He goes down. Big kill secured for BetBoom. He's out for another second, but the same goes with save. That's 2 for 2 trade in favor of BetBoom. Wala silang Bloodseeker. Now the question is, can they get Roshan? Position pa rin dito yung Azure Ray. And then, di naman natin yung Twins Gate.
Well, Roshan is still up, pero tagal pa rin bagong buhay nung Bloodseeker. 70 seconds since nag-buyback siya kanina. Alright. Well, smoke lane for Azure. It's only 3 heroes just trying to get some vision inside the pit, pero wala naman nag-Roshan sa ngayon. Well, heads on to the puck. He had the Meltstrike. Black Hole will be by Chalice controlling down the TA, and Nightfall with the replicate onto Chalice. Gets the stats, pero nga GP will pump the PKB. Chalice will still go down. Buyback will be used by the Enigma, and ano bang back dito yung cameraman? Alright, we're back to the top lane. And Chalice, medyo malayo kailangan lahat dito ng Azure if they want to fight for this.
2 minutes out again para sa Black Hole.
What's up, too?
So, available pa naman yung Roshan. And, I think second rush pa lang naman to. Yep, Aegis and Cheese. So, wala pa naman tayong mga refresher shard or anything. Sobrang annoying ng puck sa game na to. Spawn Spiderlings will be sent out. Tamang provide lang naman ng vision. Just checking the information inside the Roche pit area. And here goes Azure Ray.
Wala pa naman nakakakuha ng Roche, and the BetBoom back to 5v5. Black Hole is still on cooldown for Chalice for 50 seconds.
Yeah, ito lang naman yung goal for Azure Ray. Wait out lang na maging available ulit yung Black Hole.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And for BetBoom, a wraparound play is what's gonna happen. Toronto Tokyo is gonna be in front. I'm not sure if that's the right call, but they plant the ward, the hookshot over to the bog, and the Gogs will be a pushback to Enigma. But he's alone. But seeing goes with the FY, he'll be the casualty, but he has a buyback. That's the difference. So 5 heroes still for the side of Azure Ray, and BetBoom, they need to be careful. Dreamcoat catches 2. Still Chalice waiting for the for the Black Hole, but he got taken out by Nightfall immediately. Down for 90 seconds. A big kill secured. Even yung Puck namatay din dito. Triple kill for Nightfall. Buyback immediately para kay Somnus. BetBoom, 12k lead suddenly.
Parang lahat na ng heroes dito for this game is actually wala nang buyback lahat ng heroes. Well, for BetBoom, they just don't have the gold for the TA and Morphling. Now they're going for this Roshan. No Black Hole. I mean, Enigma is down for a whole minute. You have to scan for BetBoom. Well, Roshan play for a BetBoom. Looks like ibibigyan na ito ng Azure. They don't have their Enigma.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, Aegis will be given to Nightfall and Cheese onto Resolution. So for Azure, parang high ground defense na lang pagkaganto. Or actually, pwede pa rin naman sila lumaban outside their base.
A prize.
Well, 4 minutes left pa rin naman for the Aegis. So, BetBoom, pwede silang umakit ng high ground. Actually, wala naman na tayong tier 2 sa bottom lane. Pwede ito yung force out muna nila. Pero for now, they're still trying to farm. Maybe they're just waiting for some items. Ano ba itong binili ni GP? Mas binili ng Eagle Song. So, Swift Blink is up for the Temple Assassin. So, other than that, parang wala tayong any other items hinihintay.
So, ito na tayo. 14k lead for BetBoom. They have Aegis advantage. Going for the tier 2 middle lane tower. GPK with double damage. This might be a good opening for the set of BetBoom team. Now, how will they start the fight? Smoke available naman for the Enigma. Has the Ninja Gear. Meron din siyang Aether Lens, so much easier way for him to initiate the fight. And as for the Pogna, he got spotted out by Torotoki with the cogs. Batted as well, trapping teleportation, and the hook shot will be able to catch him as well. Blast off for the follow-up, and there we go. First casualty for Azure will be their Pogna. Does have a buyback, so it won't matter.
Well, heads on to Lu. We had the right clicks, but we have the toss save from FY. Buyback will be used by the Pogna. So 16k gold lead for BetBoom, and for Azure, meron man tayong Black Hole. We have the Ninja Gear on the Enigma. So good position lang for the Black Hole.
Bottom lane. Can they even get this? FY just getting in position to catch someone out. Morphs into the Bloodseeker. Mindful dito will continue to push, and under din yung right clicks for GPK. Medyo malayang position for FY, and they had the Rocket Flare to scout him.
And
so trying to reposition my side of Price. No, hindi ka pa mamatay.
Layo, naka-Aether lang siya. Tense and time is select, pero melee rack. Fortification will be used by Azure. So we have the extra tactic for Nightfall, having that replicate onto Lu. So melee racks down. And I think okay na time for BetBoom. No need to go
Avalanche toss. No, with the Dream Coil combination, the break it. The stuns will be there. GPK taken out for another seconds. And looking for the next one. They pop the BKB para kay Lu. And looking for Nightfall. Has his BKB. Should be safe for now. BetBoom Tito disengaging. Avalanche won't connect over to the Brood Mother. He'll pop his BKB as well. Grabs the illusions. Disengage for BetBoom. That was a good pickup to begin for Azure. Pero nakuha pa rin naman yung melee racks. Tier 2 mid will be destroyed.
Interesting.
So 30 seconds without a Templar Assassin, and for Azure, well, HEs will expire for Nightfall. So pwede pa naman sila magtuloy dito. Actually, mabilis ang tumulak dito yung Azure.
So tier 2 top tower. Makukuha naman dito ng Azure. And wala naman siguro sila makukuha dito na isa pang objective since paboy na rin naman na yung Templar Assassin. Most likely waiting for the next Roshan. Baka ito yung maging play na magkabilang side. It's 13k lead for BetBoom. So maganda pa rin naman yung position nila dito. So, halos kompleto na yung mga items eh, no?
Yep,
so, siya mag-NKB. Meron naka-butterfly ba? Extra cloak, yun lang.
Yun lang yan. And the Albert. Albert Chatrix
Albert
Circle.
Okay. Yeah, kailangan talaga ng MKB. So wala pa naman tayong double black hole for Enigma. He's going for side of ice. But at least, diba, mas reliable.
Pero look at the BKB. Ayun, shot narangan.
Ayun lang.
Back to panel. Naharangan na resolution yung hook shot. So, Lu, he's fine.
Sobrang gandang opening nun for BetBoom. Although yes, may buyback yung Bloodseeker. Pero ma-force at may buyback, diba?
Yeah, mistakes were made, but BetBoom, they still have the lead for this game. Pero yun nga lang, parang another rush na naman yung hihintayin natin.
A prize.
Only rush?
Top tower is under attack.
So, medyo matagal pa naman yung Roshan. We still have tier 2 tower here on the top lane for Azure.
None on this stage shrink from a fight.
Roshan timing. Ito na lang hinihintay natin for both sides. Rush will be up in 1 minute 46 seconds, so might be daytime pa. Yung gusto lang ko yun yung Agnes Blessing rather.
Much better yun compared to the Fresher Shard if you
parang
are
for BetBoom, wala i-refresh yun. So Agnes Blessing na lang.
Siguro hook shot lang yung parang ideal na ma-refresh for BetBoom team or yung BKBs. I don't know. But speaking of, Aghanem's Blessing, I mean, kanina ba maganda bigay yung Aghanem's Blessing if ever?
Ka-TA, Psionic Trap. Or maybe yung trap nung Broodmother.
Broodmother, no? Spinner Snare.
Parang trap na lang or, yeah, parang trap yun eh, no?
So ito na, Sight of Vice available for Enigma. So instead of relying for a big black hole, at least meron silang quick disable and another avalanche toss play with a dream code to break this and over the GBK. He's still alive for now but not gonna make it. He got Rupture.
Yeah, Rupture was used. So GBK down again and FY with the avalanche. Wala ba siya mahuhuli with the stun?
So 9k lead for BetBoom. Down to 9k na lang. Roshan, 10 more seconds and it will be up. 60 seconds out pa rin naman for the Templar Assassin. So might be a good idea if ever na pupuntahan to ng Azure. Well, D-Ward. Ay nila maulit yung ginawa dito ni FY. Well, si FY yung gumawa nun, so meron silang idea, diba?
Well, Thomas was just the ward. So Roshan is finally up. Pero 30 seconds, kaya ba ito kuhain ng Azure in 30 seconds? That's the question. Lipat pa ng pwesto. So BetBoom is trying to delay this. GP is still dead for 30 seconds. Maybe they're trying to force out the buyback.
Yep. And the sorry orb. Spomnus. Level 25. Available na rin naman na. And FY dito with a big jump. And avalanche toss and dream coil combination will be able to break this and take down the Tekis. Yes, he'll fall. Does have a buyback. Down for 70. 15 more seconds. TA will spawn. Lu, together with his teammates, will be going for the Regent side. Twins Gate. Preparing for this third Roshan. Now they have the rocket flare. They know what's going on. Tekis bots back. Someone needs to defend the mid lane. Pero kailangan mo nilang kunin itong Roshan for the side of Azure Ray. 4K na lang kalamangan ng BetBoom. And now, how will they start this fight? Lu, mukhang hindi naman ganun kabilisan yung pagkuha niya ng Rosh. And here goes BetBoom. With the 5-man smoke play. Same goes with Azure Ray. Well, Nightfall. There goes the GBK. Jumps in forward. Quick silence for Somnus with the Dream Coil. How a beautiful one with the toss back play again from FY. Catching out the TA, but there won't be any follow-up. But now save the active taser. Is it going to be enough? They managed to take out an Enigma in time without any buyback for 80 seconds. That's huge to begin with. GPK over to the Pugna, but another avalanche for FY. They'll pop the BKB for these two core heroes, trying to finish off this Pugna with the grab, buying some time as much as possible. Now the fire finally comes in and takes him out. Same goes with the Morphling. Still bought back for this. Bloodseeker still looking for the next one with the Aghanim Scepter. Aghanim miss. Blood is just too much for the TA, and down he goes. Same goes with the Brood Mother. He might be next, and yes, he will. Beautiful win for Azure Ray, and there goes buybacks after buybacks for BetBoom. Tatlong core hero na yung nag-buyback sa BetBoom dito.
Yeah, pero they're going for this Twin Gate. Is it a good idea for BetBoom? Parang meron tayong vision dito for Azure. They might be expecting this. So, hindi pa din naman tayo nagkakaroon ng Roshan attempt. They're still waiting here on the Twin Gates.
It's
Well, now
Yola
they're
time.
gonna try to use it, and well, they don't have any vision naman din for
Hook
Azure,
shot.
but that
Oh,
hook shot.
starting the fight for them with the nullifier. The grab available. Oh, that comes a good stepper for FY. And actually, Morphin got controlled heavily. He's dropping low. He bought back. Now he's dead for 2 minutes without any buyback. And now over to the Templar Assassin. GPK will be next. Refraction not gonna save you from this. You've been surrounded by 5 heroes. Black hole.
And
Not even
GG.
it. And GG has been called. Game is over. BetBoom will be eliminated.
Yep, and Azure Ray, sila pa kayo mag-advance for the lower bracket. But I think, same result pa to kung dito si Pure.
I don't think so.
Parang feeling ko, parang BetBoom pa rin yata yung mag-dominate if si Pure yung isa, pero yun nga lang, Azure Ray, yun nga lang, no. Parang, for BetBoom team, you have a greedy draft. So, early on, expected mo na nahirapan naman talaga sila for their early phase. Ang daming kills na nakuha ng Azure. Pero mid-game, nakabawi naman yung BetBoom. Pero onto this late game, parang doon na lumalabas yung issue na wala kayong disable for BetBoom. I mean, it's too much to catch the puck. They have a lot of kiting items. They have a lot of hex. And yung problema rin kasi dito is yung Bloodseeker. Parang hindi mo lang siya napapansin, pero it deals a lot of damage for the Morphling who has high HP. Yung Shard Upgrade, yung Blood Rage is there. And ang ganda rin kasi ng kawan na meron yung Azure. Parang every time na may mahuhuli si Somnus with the coil, andun lagi si FY with the break. In case na hindi yun yung maging combination nila, yung Black Hole from Chalice. Though, may maganda naman tayong Black Hole na nakita, pero it was immediately cancelled every time by Toronto, Tokyo. But it's still not enough. Hindi lang naman yung Black Hole yung problema ng BetBoom. You still have to think about the tiny, yung disables, and yung puck, yung pang-kite dito ng Azure. So, for BetBoom, tingin ko kung natapos nila yung game at 40 minutes or so, tingin ko sila pa siguro yung may chance for this game. Pero, umabot tayo sa point na grabe na yung disable na meron yung Azure for them to fight them.
Kinapos dito yung BetBoom in short, and that's it. Sila pa yung mali-eliminate dito, and Azure will proceed sa next round on lower bracket natin. So meron pa naman tayong last series, and that is may magalaban.
9 Pandas and Aster.
9 Pandas and Aster. So, interesting match din naman yun. After the short break yan, guys, kasi mukhang sobrang late na. Mabilis ang break na lang to siguro. And babalik tayo for the next one. Be right back. Thank you so much for watching.